What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first video of the new year. Yeah, I know I haven't uploaded anything because I got sick at the very beginning of the year and I wasn't really feeling it. I also didn't have any ideas, so now that I'm here, I can finally start this new year with a good video, hopefully. Today, we're taking a look at the iPhone 6s and if it's still usable today in 2025. Seeing as it is now 2025 and this came out in 2015, this device is now approaching 10 years old. And the battery health isn't exactly in the best place right now. The first thing I want to talk about with the iPhone 6s is that it kind of fixed a lot of the stuff about the iPhone 6. Mainly the build quality. It used a new type of aluminum, which is like a 7000 series. So the new material fixed a lot of the bend issues that the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus had. Not to mention, the iPhone 6s actually had a upgrade in RAM over the iPhone 6 with 2GB over the iPhone 6 having 1. Which actually resulted in the iPhone 6s getting 3 more years of major software updates over the iPhone 6. The 6 stopping at iOS 12 with the iPhone 6s stopping at iOS 15. I think it's important to mention that iOS 15 actually got its last update in July of 2024, so this was actually still actively getting security updates for even a lot longer after iOS 15 came out. Now, because this was part of the iPhone 6 series of phones, it sold surprisingly well. It was actually, I think, the second top-selling series of iPhones, right behind the iPhone 6. Now, as I talked about before in previous videos, if you want to use one of these phones as like a daily driver, you want to have something at least like the iPhone 6 because it has a VoLTE and the iPhone 5s and under do not. So if you want a device that still supports all your 4G LTE networks, the 6 and 6s are the minimum that you want to use. I would say use the 6s if you really want something that's kind of on the older side, because iOS 12 has lost a lot of support for apps and iOS 15 is like the bare minimum of what you can use nowadays. Another thing about the iPhone 6s is that it included a new 12 megapixel camera over the iPhone 6's 8 megapixels, and it also improved the Touch ID. It was only a little bit faster, but you get my point. It's the second generation Touch ID, and it was a pretty big improvement over the iPhone 6 and 5s. The 6s was also the first one that introduced that new rose gold color, which actually I think already died off. So how is the iPhone 6s in 2025? Well, if you have a 6s that's 16 gigabytes, you basically just can't use it at all. Because 16 gigabytes plus iOS 15 equals no. I've talked about this in my iPad mini video. I'd say even 32 gigabytes is kind of not really that good. On iOS 15, it's kind of pushing it. This 6s is 32 gigabytes and it only has 9 gigs available. And look, you can see there's like barely anything on here. If you're gonna use an iPhone 6s, I'd say 64 gigabytes is a sweet spot. It's where it's really gonna be more usable. And with that, I think we're pretty much done here. So if you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure to leave a like, maybe even subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.